All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Judge Michael Davis. This is the first appearance court. You're all here this morning because you've been arrested, and under the laws of the state of Florida, you have the right to see a neutral judge within 24 hours of your arrest. Today is not going to be your trial. I'm not going to be deciding guilt or innocence. What I will decide is whether or not there was probable cause to arrest you, and if so, I'll set a reasonable bond if it's applicable under the law. Now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you, and everything you're saying is being recorded today, so don't talk about the facts of your case. What you may be asked to talk about are things like your family and community ties and your ability to post a monetary bond. You also have the right to counsel. If you've hired a private attorney and that attorney is not here, please let me know and I will try to contact them for you. You also can use the public defender's office. There's a representative there with you in the main jail and one here with me in my courtroom. What page should we say Negron was on? Negron? 17? Sir, yeah. All right, we're going to call one out of order this morning. It's going to be Michael Negron, page 17.
Coming up, Judge.
Thank you. All right. Good morning, Mr. Negron. Your attorney is here on your behalf. Counsel, you should put your appearance on the record.
Yes, Your Honor. Phil Glenn, GLENN, with Lawrence.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good. Thank you for being here this morning. Counsel, do you want to waive a formal reading of these charges?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
All right. So, sir, you've been charged with two felony offenses. I'm sorry, this is misdemeanor battery. This is one felony, one misdemeanor, and I'm going to find probable cause for those offenses. Let me hear first from the state attorney.
No prior, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel?
Your Honor, obviously, the presumptions for a bond in every case. He's got a second-degree felony and a first-degree misdemeanor. Mr. Negron has significant ties to the community. He's spent most of his life, if not all of his life, within Broward County. He has family here. He's had the same job for several years. He retained us before he was even arrested on the case. We surrendered him yesterday, so he's obviously not a flight risk. He is employed, as I said, and obviously for a case like this, the fee is fairly significant, so I believe his ability to post monetary bond is rather low. Obviously, given the nature of the charges, the threat to a community is a concern, but I think Your Honor could fashion reasonable conditions, either with a monitor or pretrial services that would enable him to get back to work, continue his life while facing these charges.
All right. Sir, I'll set a $25,000 bond on count one, $1,000 bond on count two, and order you to be on pretrial release, level 2, with a GPS monitor.
And, Your Honor.
Yes.
And didn't really have a chance to make argument, but Your Honor, I would be objecting to a $25,000 bond. The allegations in this case are a forcible rape. I don't believe really the bond amount, and the GPS really isn't the deterrent. The monetary bond amount is the deterrent, and with this level of violence alleged, Your Honor, I would be seeking a bond, and I would have been seeking a bond higher than $25,000.
All right. Any response?
If I could respond, Your Honor, increasing the monetary bond is just an impediment to him getting out. It's not a deterrent to him, staying out. $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, it's going to be a significant monetary imposition upon him. The monitor is the deterrent to any further threat to community because he's being tracked by a BSO. So he can't be out committing other crimes. He can be on a schedule where he's either at home at all times or he's at work, and that's it. And it's also not charged, as we are right now, as a forcible rape. It's charged as a second-degree felony, no force. And that's how, and I spoke personally with the detective, and she said that she intentionally charged it, Yvette Martinez, without force.
It's not without force, it's physical force, no damage. And when I say it was a forcible rape, it's not a situation where sometimes we have minors where even though they can't legally give consent, they didn't resist or anything like that, Your Honor. And yes, it's not, the bond amount is a deterrent. It is the serves a deterrent. An electronic monitor isn't going to physically stop him from doing anything if he so chooses. It lets us know where he is in case he does commit a new law offense, Your Honor. The monetary bond is the most effective deterrent because that's what he face, either him or somebody that would be have an interest has a financial amount to risk and lose if he commits another offense. That's the deterrent.
All right. I'll set a $50,000 bond, pretrial release level 2 with a GPS monitor. Sir, you're to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. Stay at least 500 feet away from her and her property. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Counsel, thank you very much.
All right, have a good day.
Judge,
Yes.
good morning.
Morning.
I'm being asked by one of the deputies if we could call a gentleman out, attorney.
Sure.
I believe the gentleman has a court in front of Judge Lerner Wren this morning.
Sure. What's the name?
Jaquan Brantley on page 11. Jaquan Brantley, come on up, please.
Getting there. Here we go. All right, sir. You're charged with violating your misdemeanor probation, and you'll be held without bond at this time. And looks like you're going to go see Judge Lerner Wren this morning, so good luck to you. All right. Michael Castellanos.
He's here, approaching here at Maine. Mr. Abzal, we're going to need a photo order.
All righty, Mr. Castellanos, you're charged with domestic violence battery. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. Advocate, have you had any contact with this victim?
I'm
Not yet.
sorry, Your Honor.
First
I did
case.
speak to the victim. She just reported that she wasn't going to be able to make it to the hearing, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Linder, any priors?
I'm not sure. Did you show anything? No prior, Judge. What was
All
he
right.
arrested for?
Folks, what are your names, ma'am?
My name is Gloria Jowney.
And sir?
Fuad Jowney.
Okay, and you're Michael's parents?
Yes.
All right. What did you want to tell me today about him?
I don't know, I had spoke with his girlfriend, and I was at the house after everything happened, and she said that really that she didn't, that she wasn't the one who called the police, and that they were just arguing like they always argue. So I didn't even know what was the charge. She didn't even know what was the charge, and I just finished talking to her right now, and she told me that the reason that she wasn't here is because she couldn't make it, and that if she had time to come, she will come. That's why I asked the deputy if we have time to extend it so she could be here. But I think she told her something else.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for coming in. Mr. Romero?
Judge, in speaking to Mr. Castellanos, he's been residing in our community for his whole life. He's 21 years old. He's currently employed. He works for Schwartz Partners in their warehouse. He just started. He's a clamp lift driver, making approximately $13 an hour. Also, he did register to Broward College. He plans on starting this summer. Judge, he has no money in the bank, no property. He will be living separate and apart from the alleged victim. He'll be residing with his parents who reside in Hollywood. Judge, considering his strong ties to the community, we'd be asking you to consider an ROR on Mr. Castellanos' behalf.
Your Honor would also note, according to the report, the officer's report, he received information that there have been instances in the past where he's been physically violent towards her.
Yep, I saw that. The victim was highly distressed, according to this probable cause affidavit. All right, so I'm going to set a $2,500 bond in this case. You're to have no contact with the alleged victim. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. You must stay at least 500 feet away from her. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, folks, if he violates that, he could be subject to rearrest. All right, good luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Judge, we'd also be asking for a photo order.
Yes.
Thank you.
Peterman?
Mr. Peterman is approaching, Judge.
Mr. Peterman, you're charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, dating violence, aggravated child abuse, domestic violence battery, criminal mischief over $1,000, and you're being held on a traffic warrant as well. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses. Advocate, have you had contact with the victim?
I did, Your Honor. She just wanted to be provided with the outcomes of the hearing.
All right. Mr. Linder, priors?
Of 2014, resisting without violence. 2010, possession of cocaine with intent to sell or distribute with a violation of probation. Unlawful use of false name ID, 2010. Possession of cocaine with intent to sell or distribute, 08. 23 months state prison. Possession of cocaine with intent, 07. VOP, same sentence. End of record, Judge.
All right, Mr. Romero.
Judge, Mr. Peterman is 34 years old. He's been residing here his whole life. At this point, he's currently looking for work. He's unemployed. He was previously working at the Pelican Pub. He was a cook. He was making approximately $9 an hour. He does have family that lives in our community. He'll be living separate apart from the alleged victim. He'll be living with his mother, who resides in Lauderdale Lakes. Financially, has no money in the bank, no property. We'd be asking you to set a reasonable bond as to counts 1, 2, and 3.
All right, sir. I'm going to set a $10,000 bond on count 1, a $10,000 bond on count 2. It'll be a $1,500 bond count 3, $500 bond count 4, and $500 bond count 5. You may not have any contact with the alleged victim or the minor child. Stay 500 feet away from both of them. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find them on social media. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you. Rasheem Chamberlain.
Mr. Chamberlain is coming up, Judge.
All right.
What county?
All right, Mr. Chamberlain, you are charged with domestic violence battery. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. You're also charged with a violation of your probation or community control, and you have a pretrial felony warrant. I'm going to find probable cause for those. Bond on count 1 will be $2,500. There's no bond on counts 2 and 3. You'll see your division judge to address the violations and the warrant March 27th, 9 a.m. You may have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. Stay 500 feet away at least. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find them on social media. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. William Caceres.
Mr. Caceres, come on up.
Kurt Ellis.
Mr. Caceres, you're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. Advocate, any contact with the victim in this case?
I think you're gonna be able to make it.
Okay. Mr. Linder, any priors?
No priors, Judge.
All right, Mr. Romero.
Judge, Mr. Caceres has been residing here for 29 years. He's 56 years old. He's currently employed. He works at the Pembroke Lakes Mall in maintenance. He makes approximately $8.86 an hour. Judge, he lives with his wife and his daughter. He will be finding a separate place to live. This is, as the state said, his first arrest ever. Judge, we'd be asking you to set a reasonable bond as to Mr. Caceres.
All right, sir, I'm going to set a $2,500 bond. You're to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case. Stay 500 feet away from her. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find her on social media. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Tavika, were we ready for the Fed case, or we're waiting for Jill? Oh, okay, great. All right, on page 14, Eitan Yafet.
I need on my next time.
Yeah. Judge,
Yes.
in speaking with Mr. Yaten, he declined the service of public defender. He's planning on hiring private counsel. I believe he was speaking with his family. His family's going to hire his attorney. He's waiting to go back to his cell to make sure that his family hired his attorney. So, as a friend of court, he's asking you if you would consider resetting this for 24 hours.
All right, ma'am, are you able to come back tomorrow?
I want to say something.
Okay, wait, hold on. Listen to my question first. Mr. Yafet would like to hire an attorney. He's asking that the case be reset for tomorrow. Are you able to come back tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grant that request. This will be reset at the defendant's request for 24 hours.
Thank you, Judge.
So this will be Friday morning. And on page 19, Daniel Cadena.
Come on up, Mr. Cadena.
Mr. Cadena, good morning. You're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic violence, and a domestic violence battery. I'm going to find probable cause for these offenses. I'm sorry, ma'am, are you the victim in the case?
Yes and no.
All right, go ahead and raise your right hand for me. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down and tell me your full name, please.
Maria Eugenia Reyes Beach.
All right, what would you like to tell me today, ma'am?
Last year when my husband and I got in an argument, that's all it was. It was just an argument. We had gone through a lot. At the moment, we had suffered the third loss of our child. It was a very hard time for us. We have overcome all these issues. We're doing very well. I talked to the lady last year in December. I informed her, I don't want any charges. All we need him home. He is a sticky thing that keeps us all together. He's an amazing man. He's loving, kind. He always looks for me. Like everyone, we have our rough times. That was that. That day was it. My mother got involved. She made the call. What's done is done. Now, the only thing I would beg you to please, I don't know what is in your power to let him go, send him home. He needs to go back to work. And we need him there to feel safe. He's been working for the city of Boca for 9 years already. He works for the water department. He's a lot of fun. He's a lot of love, and he keeps us safe. I need him home. We need him home. We're working on trying to make our family grow, and this is just creating a stress on me, which I'm not supposed to have any. Otherwise, we can't grow our family. I don't know if I'm being clear enough.
You are.
I explained to the lady again today, like I did before. We don't have anything to hide. We do everything by the book. We pay our taxes, we work hard, we do our best, not even to have a traffic ticket. So, I don't want any charges. I just want this nightmare to be over with, and I need him home.
Thank you so much for coming in to talk to me today. Let me hear from the state attorney.
Your Honor, I don't see any priors, and that being said, we would be asking for a no contact order. The court has seen the allegations. I've reviewed Ms. Reyes Vilche's sworn statement. There's nothing contradictory in her statement with what's in the probable cause affidavit. There's no, recanting. She confirms in her sworn statement that he chased her with a steak knife, that she had to run to a room and close the door to get away from him to prevent him from getting after her. And even then, he tried to get into the room, was unsuccessful because the knife broke, and then her mother showed up, and that's when he finally left.
Judge, there haven't been any instances of violence since November. Victim is here testifying she's not interfering, would like him home. I would also rely on Mr. Romero's. He seems like he does have ties. He does have a stable job. He's been living with the victim since the incident.
That is correct, Judge. He's been residing here his whole life. He works for the city of Boca Raton in the utilities department. He's been employed with the same city for the past 10 years. I know financially they have limited funds. They just finished paying off all their bills. They paid off the rent. So right now they have really no disposable income. I'd ask you not to impose a no contact order, Judge.
Please don't. We need him home. I need him with me. So do our children. That was a mistake. Whatever happened, it happened. I have made mistakes in my life too. I'm pretty sure we all have. That's just we're not a proportion. We are working so hard in our marriage and our family. That was then at the time. He hasn't been hiding. We don't hide. I spoke to the lady. I waited for her to call me back to let me know what we could do further, so this wouldn't get to where it is today.
All right. Let's release him to the custody of pretrial release without a no contact order. You're going to have to check in with pretrial release. You're going to check in with them today. They're going to give you a map and tell you where to go. You'll report to them at least once a week. All right?
Yes, sir.
I will.
Yes, sir.
In person. Yeah. They're going to have to see you, okay? Do you understand? They're going to have to see you once a week.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right. No, I will not impose a no contact order, so he'll be allowed to have contact.
Right when you
with
get
okay?
released, here's the main jail. You're going to walk across the street. There's pretrial. See, this is 3rd Avenue, 6th Street. This shows you where it's at. You have to go as soon as you get released. Okay?
You need their address?
If there's a warrant, it's going to be
From the warrant?
issued for your arrest.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Thank you for coming in to talk.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Good luck. Good luck.
Your Honor, I think we're going to have to call Mr. Yeffet back. Being told he may need a Hebrew interpreter, and I'd rather confirm with him whether he needs one or not than to call one and then find out, we have to pay for a Hebrew interpreter when we didn't need one to begin with. So
All right.
if you could just have the deputies bring him back so the court can ask Mr. Yeffet if he'll need one tomorrow.
Mr. Romero, I don't know if you heard that. Can we have Mr. Yeffet come back up? We have to determine whether or not he needs an interpreter for the purposes of court tomorrow.
Oh, okay. He speaks English, though, but okay. They're going to get him.
I'm going
All
by
right.
what I'm being told.
He does speak English. Why did we think that he might need an interpreter?
Do you have any children? To the 0 present.
All right. Let's bring him back up and we'll ask him.
They're going to get him now.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I think that was it for the domestics. Mario Perez.
What? Your Honor.
Mr. Perez, come on up.
All right, Mr. Perez, you're being held on an out-of-state felony warrant. Sorry, I gave it to the wrong. You're going to be held without bond at this time, sir. I'm going to find probable cause for the warrant. Oh, he was waiting. We were waiting.
This
for
is the one that was
fingerprints.
rechecked,
Right, that's
like,
right. We
twice,
were waiting
yeah.
for fingerprints. Did we get fingerprints back? Do you know?
Wow.
Oh, and
Do you know? Did we get fingerprints back on Mr. Perez? Right. They don't have fingerprints on file. All right.
See what I mean?
Yeah. They don't have.
Come on.
That other state doesn't have fingerprints on file for you, sir. So at this point, you're going to be set on the extradition docket, and I'll give you some legal choices about what you want to do. All right. Good luck.
So on.
Samantha Regali.
No problem, Johnny.
All right, Miss Regali, you're being held on a misdemeanor warrant for petty theft. Bond is set at $250, and you'll see your division judge on March 27th at 2 p.m. Good luck. Jessica C.A.
She's coming up, Judge? Say? Okay.
Say? Okay. Miss Say, you're charged with driving with a suspended license, and you're being held on a misdemeanor warrant for driving with a suspended license. I'll find probable cause. Bond on count 1 is $100. Bond on count 2 is $250. Good luck.
Levinsky? Judge, Mr. Yeffet has been brought back.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Yeffet, come on up. He's back.
Mr. Yeffet, do you need an interpreter in Hebrew to interpret for you?
If I have the lawyer, no. But if the lawyer is, maybe yes.
So you,
I understand English, but my English is not perfect. I understand.
okay, all right, well, let's order a Hebrew interpreter then for tomorrow morning to be here. All right, we will get an interpreter for you for tomorrow, sir, okay?
Thank you very much. I
All
appreciate
right, all right, good luck. Do you need me to do that?
Mr. Cargill?
All right, let me know if there's any issue. Let me know if there's any issue. If you need me to speak to them, I will. All right, Faye Mermelstein.
Ms. Mermel?
Do you have an attorney?
All right, ma'am, you're charged with driving with a suspended license, and you're being held on a misdemeanor warrant for a petty theft. I'm going to find probable cause. There's no monetary charge on count 1, and bond on count 2 is $500, ma'am. Good luck. I'll give him a formal request. What's the phone number? 1290 7290.
Okay.
Hi, Omar. It's Judge Davis. How are you?
Right.
All right. Good morning. This is my formal request for a Hebrew interpreter for tomorrow. I do. What's the case number in Yafet?
It doesn't have a case number. It has an AF warrant.
It doesn't have a case number. It's got an AF number.
It's 1780.
You want the defendant's name is Eitan Yafet. Yes. Yeffet, or is it one F or two? One F, just one F. Eitan, how's it? E-I-T-A-N?
E-I-T-A-N, yes.
E-I-T-A-N. Bond hearing, yeah, for tomorrow morning. I start at 8:30. Yeah. Perfect. That's great. Yeah, why don't you call the clerk? Ileana, what's your extension?
Right, here is 7715.
7715.
Everybody's like that, but it doesn't matter.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
All right.
no. You think I'm saying? You think that's what I'm saying? Of course it doesn't give them the right. I mean,
See, the other one looks
I speak Hebrew. I can interpret. All right. Elizabeth Raig?
Tifa's mom.
I've been informed she bonded, Judge.
Okay, I'll find probable cause. Whitney Brown?
North Broward.
Hey, Deputy McCoy, how are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, Judge Davis. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Somebody who watches the feed asked me the other day what happened to you, and they thought maybe you retired, and I said he wishes.
Yeah, you're right.
Glad to
Judge
see you.
Davis, Brown,
Yes.
same here. Brown, I guess she's in transit. She hadn't got here yet.
Okay.
So,
I could reset her for the afternoon.
okay, that'll be fine.
That's what I'll reset her for the afternoon. So we'll hear Ms. Brown at 1:30. All right,
Thank you.
Monica. Sure. Monica Huntington.
Ms. Huntington, come on up. She's approaching, Judge. She's declined the service as public defender.
All righty. Ms. Huntington, good morning. You're charged with a violation of your felony probation. You're going to be held without bond at this time, and you'll see your division judge as Judge Merrigan on March 28th, 8:45 a.m. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Dawn Stark. Ms. Stark, you're charged with a burglary of an occupied dwelling, petty theft in the second degree, and criminal mischief.
Judge, I would argue it's more of a criminal mischief than a burglary of a dwelling.
Mr. Leonard?
Well, one moment, Your Honor.
Really, it's burglary of a conveyance.
Conveyance, yeah, it's not a dwelling.
Well, that's by definition a burglary.
I mean, just in terms, even if the court finds a PC for a burglary of a conveyance, this is kind of a stretch burglary, Judge.
All right, we'll talk about the bonds. I am going to find probable cause for burglary of an occupied conveyance. petty theft in the second degree, and criminal mischief. Let me hear about the priors, if any.
Okay, one moment, Judge. Well, she just, let's see, 316. Okay. She just resolved a trespass in front of Judge Lerner Wren in her mental health court a week ago. She had a 2015 prostitution case that went to Judge Lerner Wren that looks like it was resolved. A 2014 case that went to Judge Lerner Wren that got resolved. Prostitution in 2012, grand theft auto in 07.
All right. Mr. Romero?
Judge, Ms. Stark's been residing here her whole life. She currently lives in Fort Lauderdale in an apartment with a roommate. She gets disability, approximately $900 a month. She said financially she can't afford to post bond. No one on the outside can financially post her bond. Would you consider pretrial release for Ms. Stark?
All right, ma'am, I'm going to set a $2,500 bond in this case. There's no monetary charge on counts 2 and 3. And you're not to have any intentional contact with the alleged victim, Antonio Verona. Stay 500 feet away from him at least. Do you understand?
Your Honor, the problem is...
today, sir?
No, well, if you could make the bond.
Well,
Yes.
Your Honor, you might want to inquire if that's his roommate. I'm showing they have the same address.
Who has the same address? She has the same address?
Yep, they both have the same listed address.
Do you live with Mr. Verona?
Uh-oh. I guess.
She advised me no, she does not live with Mr. Urona.
Well, then there's got to be some explanation why they have the same address.
Right. Why do you have the same address as him?
Well, Your Honor, and in fairness, she's not conferring with Mr.
Judge,
Romero.
I don't want her speaking. She's talking about the fact that case I believe there are mental health issues.
No, I agree. No, that's totally fine. Do you understand that you cannot have any contact with Mr. Verona, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
You've got to stay away from him.
Okay, yes, sir, I promise.
If you live with him and you have belongings there, you can go there one time with law enforcement to get your belongings, but if you get in touch with Mr. Verona in any way, you could be rearrested. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am. Jacqueline Park.
She bonded.
All righty, I'll find probable cause. Cheryl Jones.
Paul Ryan.
Paul Ryan, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Jones, you're charged with, it says maintaining place for prostitution, really solicitation for prostitution, a third offense. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond will be set at $1,000.
Judge, I would ask if the court will consider an ROR. She's a Broward County resident all her life. She currently stays in the house in Pompano Beach. She's been there for 4 years. Resident of Pompano Beach since 1967. She's currently not working. She doesn't have the present ability to post bond. I would ask the court that unless there are any failures to appear, I would ask the court to consider RORing her.
All right. I'm going to keep the bond at $1,000. Good luck to you, ma'am. Christina Miracle.
North Broward.
No problem, Your Honor.
All righty. All right, ma'am, you're charged with maintaining a place for prostitution, first violation. A violation of your probation or community control 2 counts. I'm going to find probable cause.
I would argue count 1. It's more of a solicitation. It's not a maintaining.
Bond will be $300 on count 1. There's no bond on counts 2 and 3. You're going to see Judge Colra on March 28th at 8:30 a.m. Good luck.
And Judge, for the record, just back on Cheryl Jones, I would the same argument I made to solicitation.
Yes, that's fine. I'll indicate that.
Yeah.
Lisa Cias.
Yes, sir.
No problem, John.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. You're charged with a petty theft in the second degree, a second offense, and 2 counts of violating your felony probation. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 would be $100. There's no bond on counts 2 or 3, and you'll see your division judge on March 28th at 8:30 for the violations. Good luck. Cassandra Deuce.
Ms. Deuce is here present, Judge Amain.
Judge, even though there's probable cause, I'm not making an argument as to probable cause, but they said they arrested the driver of the vehicle, they found him, but then it jumps into saying that they went into her purse, and that's where they found the PVP. It's missing a lot of facts. How did they get to the point? Did they get consent to search? It's a lot. Making it clear, this is for bond mitigation for bond purposes. It's just a lot of fill in the blanks here.
Okay. Ma'am, you're charged with possession of PVP and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses. Bond will be set at $1,000 on count 1. There's no monetary charge on count 2. Good luck.
Judge, Ms. Dios is asking if you would consider pretrial release. She lives in Oakland Park in a studio with a roommate.
All right. I'm going to keep the bond at $1,000. Good luck to you, ma'am. Yolanda Simpson.
Come on up, Ms. Simpson.
Ms. Simpson, you're charged with driving the suspended license, failure to yield for an emergency vehicle, grand theft, and forgery of a public record or certificate. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 will be $100. There's no charge on count 2. Counts 3 and 4 will be $1,000 each, ma'am. Good luck. Lizette Germosen.
She's over at North Broward, Judge. I'm going to ask for a medical screen. She's been, as the court knows, she's been reset for 11 days.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm assuming that she's at the hospital.
She's here. I spoke with her.
But that's where she was for 11 days.
Yeah. No.
Is she?
Oh,
is she
she's
now?
saying.
She's here now. Is Ms. Germosen here? In North Broward?
Mr. Molson, I heard it to my name.
Well, she's there.
No problem, John.
All right. All right. Good morning, ma'am. You're charged with possession of heroin, possession of cocaine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses. Bond will be $1,000 on counts 1 and 2, and $100 on count 3, ma'am.
Judge, would the court consider RRing counts 2 and 3?
Any particular reason?
She's been in custody. I can tell you what's been going on at the hospital if you want me to.
I suspect those chest pains might have something to be related to why she's here, and but just say, okay, if the only thing I would understand, Your Honor, if you want to, well, first off, I see an at-large address on their booking.
She does have a boyfriend that she would contact. It would just make it a little bit easier in terms of bond. I'm not asking for a straight ROR or pretrial release. I'm just asking if the court would either ROR or reduce counts 2 and 3.
What are her priors, Mr. Linder?
I'd have to put her in the system. Pretrial doesn't have any notes, do you? Because she's been reset so many times, she's no longer on my list. I'd have to put her information into the system.
All right. I'll ROR counts 2 and 3. Yeah.
Out of Massachusetts,
Yeah.
2003, possession of a Class B drug. 2003, failing to appear penalty on that case. 2005, possession of a Class B drug. 2007, improper use of a credit card. Larceny, $100,000, pistol and distribution of Class B drug. 2015, possession of heroin and crack.
All right, never mind. I'm going to keep the bonds in place. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Judge?
Yes.
Could we go back to Yolanda Simpson? That was the previous person we dealt with.
Sure. Yolanda Simpson.
I didn't have a chance or an opportunity to get her information. I was right now speaking to her, and if the state can confirm, I believe she is 46 years old, no prior contacts with the system. She has 2 kids. She's a single mother. She's a working single mother. Her 2 kids are 16 and 17, so she pays all the financial expenses with the rent, the light. Would you consider pretrial release, Judge?
These are actually warrants, so she's going to have to go and see her division judge.
Judge, if you're inclined, they were warrants set by her judge.
They were not?
They're not in custody, so it is within the discretion.
Does she have any priors?
I don't see any.
All right. Could make a verification.
I mean.
All right, we'll set her pending pretrial, pending verification.
And can you also sign a phone order, Judge?
Sure.
Thank you, Judge.
Felony as well as a driving suspended license, is that correct?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, Elena. All right. Gabriella Rigg.
Judge, she's at North Broward. She has private counsel, Tanya Haddad. She told me she was in court yesterday for these charges.
Oh, okay.
Well, and I know, I can tell you, Judge, and I spoke to Ms. Haddad the last time she was here.
Okay.
I'm going to check, but last time she was here, Ms. Rigg was being held no bond on a robbery firearm. Just checking to see if that's anything's changed on that. Yeah, no, she had her arraignment on that charge, and do you have Rigg over there, please? Rigg. Yeah, on this as well. I can reach out to Ms. Haddad, but I would ask that since she's being held no bond on the robbery firearm, that this matter sorry, she wasn't arraigned on this. This is a new offense. If you want to reset it to 1:30, I'll reach out to Ms. Haddad.
Okay, let's reset it to 1:30. All right, we'll see you this afternoon, Miss Rigg.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Right, let's see. Christopher Stone.
Conti, Your Honor, Conti.
Conti. All right. He's still being held. Count 1.
Open container. No, I got time served for my trespassing charge, and I had an open container. I was supposed to go to court Thursday on Hollywood Boulevard, but I've been in jail. Is there any way I can resolve this today?
Yeah. I'll be able to. That's why I just wanted to know if you were still being held on count 1. He's not, right, Gloria?
No,
okay.
Time served.
All right, Mr. Stone. Yeah, if you want to just plead no contest to this, I'll withhold adjudication, and you'll have a year to pay some court costs. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, go ahead and raise your right hand for me. Swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down and tell me your full name.
Christopher Lee Stone, Your Honor.
Mr. Stone, you're charged with possession of an open container of alcohol. How do you plead to that offense?
No contest, Your Honor.
You understand that by pleading no contest, you're giving up your right to have a trial?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or prescription medication that would make it difficult for you to understand me today?
No, sir.
Alrighty, I'm going to find your plea to be knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. I'll withhold adjudication, and you'll have a year to pay those court costs, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
How about Alexander Brock?
Is here approaching, Judge? Municipal ordinance case?
All right, now this is also count 2 for him. Is he being held on count 1? He was counting sentence and is complete. Okay. All right, Mr. Brock, you're being held on a municipal ordinance charge for prowling. If you want to plead no contest to the charge, I'll withhold adjudication. You'll have a year to pay some court costs. You want to do that?
Yes, sir. No contest.
All right, go ahead and raise your right hand. You swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down and tell me your full name.
Alexander George Brock.
Mr. Brock, you've been charged with a violation of a municipal ordinance. It's a prowling. How do you plead to that offense?
No contest.
Do you understand that by pleading no contest, you're giving up your right to have a trial?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or prescription medication that would make it difficult for you to understand me today?
No, sir.
All right, I find your plea to be knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. I'll withhold adjudication. You'll have a year to pay some court costs, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thanks.
Victor Alvarez. Mr. Alvarez, you're being held on 3 misdemeanor warrants: loitering or prowling, petty theft, and resisting. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses. Bond on count 1 is $500. Bond on count 2 and 3 is $250 each. And they'll set a date for you to see Judge Solomon, sir. Good luck. Clifford Sibilla?
He's approaching, Judge. She's on service PD.
Sure. All right, good morning, sir. You're charged with a violation of your misdemeanor probation. You're going to be held without bond at this time, and they will set a date for you to see Judge McHugh. Good luck. All right. Ronald Robillard?
Yes, sir. No problem, Your Honor.
All right, he's assigned to Judge Lerner Wren. Is that her regular division?
Who's this?
This is Ronald Robillard.
This is Lorna Rand, doesn't say M.I. I'm not sure.
I see. I don't know if I can.
All right, sir, you're being held on a misdemeanor warrant for petty theft, a violation of a municipal ordinance. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you in this case. His name is Stephen Shate. The bond is set at $250, and you have a court date with Judge Lerner Wren on March 27th at 2 p.m.
Yeah, it's our regular division.
All right, good luck. Virgil Cook.
Sheriff Main, Judge.
All righty. Mr. Cook, you are charged with a battery. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. Bond will be set at $1,000, sir. You may not have any contact with the victim, Ralph Allen. Stay 500 feet away from him. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find him on social media. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Kirk Ellis. Mr. Ellis, you're being held on 2 misdemeanor warrants: unlawful or unlicensed tag or sticker, and driving with a suspended license. Bond on count 1 is $50. Bond on count 2 is $500. And you'll see the division judge soon. They'll set up a date. Good luck. All right, let's see. Anyone heard from Mr. McLawrence or Mr. Odom? Was Mr. McLawrence down in the jail, Mr. Romero, at all?
I didn't see him
You
this
didn't
morning,
see
All right. Thanks.
All right, Wendell Brown?
Yes, sir.
Come on up and smoke.
I haven't.
Zero press down hard.
Come on up, Mr. Brown. You're charged with a panhandling. It's a violation of a municipal ordinance of the city of Fort Lauderdale. If you want to plead no contest to the charge today, sir, I'll withhold adjudication. You'll have a year to pay some court costs. Do you want to do that?
That means I'll be able to go home?
Yes, but you don't have to take the plea today. You can also wait to speak with an attorney.
Yes, I'll take it. I'll take it, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. I mean, if you don't want to take the plea, if you're innocent, if you want to bring the case.
I'll take it.
Okay.
No, I'll take it.
Okay. Go ahead and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and put your hand down and tell me your full name.
Wendell Brown, Wendell O'Neill Casey Brown.
Mr. Brown, you've been charged with a panhandling. Do you wish to plead no contest to that offense?
If I'll be able to go home, yes, sir.
All right, hang on a second,
Yes,
Wendell.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes,
all
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
But Wendell, let me just tell you before we go any further, you can still go home. Even if you don't take a plea today, it'll just mean that the case isn't resolved.
I would like to go home today, but take it, please. Yes, sir. I'll take it. Yes, sir.
All right, let me just tell you that those are two different things. On this case, I'm really okay releasing you on your recognizance. If you're only taking the plea because you want to go home, and you actually want to fight the case, I don't
want to fight it.
Okay, all right. So you understand by taking this plea today, you are waiving your right to a trial. The case will be done.
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or prescription medication that would make it difficult for you to understand me?
No, sir.
All right. I find your plea to be knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. I'll withhold adjudication. You'll have a year to pay the court costs, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Case is all done. You're going home.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank
All
you,
right.
thank
Good
you.
luck. Come on up, Richard. I see you there.
Good to see you, man.
It's good to see
Good
you.
to see you.
How are you
Davis.
doing?
And Linda. Kind of rough, to be honest with you. A little rough on the edges, but it's rough in the street, you know.
What happened? What happened with Judge Gillespie?
Got time served.
Time served.
Tyler Mazur?
Richard, I read this one, man. You could have skated on this one. You went back to the cops with the open beer.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, by the way, I wanted to thank you for giving me that special Christmas gift that I was able to talk to my mom. You made that possible. I really thank you for that.
Was that me? Well, it's my pleasure. I'm glad I was able to help. I'm sorry, Richard. I don't remember, but it's my pleasure to help. And you're a good person. I just am going to be very. In April I'm going to be rotating to a different assignment. I'm not going to be the full-time first appearance judge anymore. I'll still be here in the courthouse, just not doing first appearance. I'll be doing something else.
I'll drop by and see you.
So anytime. No, you come by and see me anytime, but I want you to take care of yourself. You look pretty good. You gained back some weight that you lost, so that's good.
I was like a horse on the beach.
I was a little bit worried about you last time. Let's get this. I'll give you time served again on this.
All right.
All right. I'll give you time served, court costs, and just stay out of trouble, Richard, okay?
I'm trying my best. Sometimes,
I know you are.
it.
I know you are. All right, go ahead. Yep, raise your right hand. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
No contest, yes, I do.
All right, put your hand down. Tell me your full name.
Richard Jonathan Wilson.
All right, Mr. Wilson, you're charged with possession of an open container of alcohol. How do you wish to plead to that offense?
No contest.
Do you understand that by pleading no contest, you're giving up your right to have a trial?
Yes, I do.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or prescription medication that would make it difficult for you to understand
No, I am
me?
not.
All right, I'll find your plea to be knowing, intelligent, and voluntary. I'll find you guilty of the offense. I'll sentence you to time served, and you'll have a year to pay those court costs. Okay, Richard?
Thank you very much, Judge Davis.
All right. God bless you. You come by and see me in the courthouse anytime you want.
Maybe I'll hang out with Linda.
All right. Take care.
All right, guys.
All right. Mr. Jellin?
I'm good, Judge. Thank you. I was just checking the docket.
All right. All right. Xavier Perminter. All right. Good morning, sir. You're charged with petty theft. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. Kiefer, does he have any priors?
Yes, Judge. All right, man. Take it easy. He's got... Okay. Well, I've got to find, I don't know how many pages back this goes. Okay. Looks like he's got a pending DWS habitual offender. He's got a robbery by sudden snatching in 2015. Grand Theft Auto 2012, 33-month state prison habitual offender. 2010 strong arm robbery VOP, 48 months as a habitual offender.
All right. I think I've heard enough. I'm not going to be able to resolve the case for today. Anything you wanted to tell me, Mr. Romero?
Yeah.
Yeah, not at this time, Judge.
All right. $100 bond, sir. Good luck to you. Neil Puikan?
Mr. Poican?
All right. Good morning, sir. You're charged with operating without a valid driver's license, disobeying a red light, and you're being held on a misdemeanor traffic offense. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 is $25. There's no monetary charge on count 2. Bond on count 3 is $500. Yes.
Judge, we're going to need a Spanish interpreter.
Oh, okay. No problem at all. We will call one right now.
Thank you, Judge. Toma asiento, por favor.
Jose Reyes Amaya.
Mr. Amaya? Reyes Amaya? ¿Hablas español, inglés o los dos? Spanish, Judge. We're going to need
Also
Spanish.
Spanish. No problem.
Toma asiento, por favor.
How about Robert Huring?
What?
North Broward.
North Broward, Your Honor.
Alrighty.
Yes, sir.
All right. Welcome
Yes, sir.
back, Mr. Huring. We met each other
Yes, sir.
yesterday. They put
Yes,
on an
we did.
additional charge of possession of a counterfeit credit card. Finding probable cause.
Okay.
It's a $1,000 bond on that charge. Okay.
All right, thank
All
you.
right. Good luck to you. James McCoy.
Mr. McCoy is coming up.
Decline PD.
Are you declining the PD?
All right. Mr. McCoy, you're charged with a violation of your felony probation. You're going to be held without bond at this time. You'll see Judge Michael Robinson on March 28th at 8:30 a.m. Good luck to you. Any other nerds in here know who was James McCoy on TV? Very good. Wade gets the prize. Mike Marcellus.
Yes, Your Honor.
North Broward.
North Broward. All right. Good morning, Mr. Marcellus.
Good morning, Judge.
You're charged with 3 counts of violating your felony probation and 1 felony warrant for a grand theft. I'm going to find probable cause. There's no bond holds on each count, and you will see Judge Porth on April 3rd at 8:30 a.m. to address these violations, okay?
Okay, question, Judge.
Yes, sir.
The grand theft, could you tell me why? Because the charge that I had in Miami, which was petty theft, was dropped.
Okay.
So there's no reason why I should have a...
Well, there's a warrant that was issued by a Broward judge. It may have been Judge Porth for a grand theft charge here in Broward, not in Miami. Okay. So.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
All right, you'll be able to deal with that in front of Judge Porth, and you'll have your attorney there with you. All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
All righty. John Bailey.
He's approaching, Judge.
All right, Mr. Bailey, you're charged with 2 counts of violating your felony probation. You're going to be held without bond at this time, and you'll see Judge Merrigan March 28th, 8:45 a.m. Good luck. Garfield Cargill.
Judge, he's approaching. He's declined service of public defender.
All righty, Mr. Cargill, you're charged with a burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, burglary of an occupied conveyance, and a felony warrant for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. You also have a hold for the United States Marshals Service. They may come and pick you up at any time from the Broward County Jail.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
I already resolved my case with the United States Marshal.
Okay.
That's with the possession of firearms. I wasn't informed that I had an occupied burglary of a I was informed that I had an attempted.
Okay.
Is that I have an occupied burglary, or is that an attempted?
I don't remember. You have children?
Yep, it's attempted burglary conveyance unoccupied, it says. I actually don't have the PC affidavits on this for this gentleman.
These cases, Your Honor, were I was being held in Miami-Dade County, and then I had the United States Marshal hold, and the marshals picked me up. And these cases were, I don't know, they disappeared. And now that I've been sentenced to 180 months in the federal government, and all of a sudden they reappeared. They're 50. They're from the. I don't understand what's going on. They're 2015 cases, Your Honor.
Okay. One, Your Honor, he's going to have an arraignment, obviously scheduled, so Judge Bailey can explain everything to him.
Right.
The PC affidavit is on Odyssey, and 3, I guess, he's still, if he's been sentenced to 120 months, then he will obviously have a marshal's hold on him.
Right.
All right.
When would I see Judge Bailey, Your Honor?
Should have been handed to the 10th, yeah.
I'll go bring up.
All right.
Now, a couple of more. We don't want to change the last two. Initial.
I don't need to know that. Throw in your.
Right here.
All right.
She will put you on the beneficiary. Alright. You're not on probation anymore, right? How long you lived down here?
This is moving very slowly.
Take a little divorce. No meds? No meds? Yeah, I remember something. And you were in that case at the time, right?
No, it's not.
Okay. Have a seat. Yep, thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, you did? You have some? Oh, okay, I ain't even had them. We, I can see what, got it. With the letter,
I'll fill it out.
yeah, what else? Go down.
All right, sir. I'm going to find probable cause for burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, attempted burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, and like I said, you've got a felony warrant with a no bond hold. You're going to see Judge Bailey.
Excuse me,
Mr. Vitale?
you said burglary of occupied or unoccupied?
Unoccupied.
Mr. Vitale?
All right.
Unoccupied.
I'm going to set a $10,000 bond on count 1, a $5,000 bond on count 2, and again, there's no bond on count 3, which is the felony warrant. You're to have no contact with any of the alleged victims. Stay at least 500 feet away from them. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Right here, just exercise your right.
Christopher Zayas.
Mr. Zayas is approaching, Judge.
All righty. Same story. I'm going to have to look up his
Yeah, these are correct as well. They were booked as a dwelling, but they're.
conveyance, right? All right. Does Mr. Zayas have any priors?
Does Treatrail have anything?
Your Honor, in 2016, he was arrested for domestic violence. That was not possible.
Okay.
He was also arrested for a grand theft of a motor vehicle last year. That was drawn. Another grand theft from last year also drawn.
Okay.
Earlier this year, Your Honor, he was arrested for criminal mischief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counts of burglary on occupied conveyance. I have no disposition on that. It appears that that arrest was just last month. So
So do you know if he's out on it right now?
It's from Dade County.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's from Dade County. Okay. Got it. All right, Mr. Romero?
Judge, and speaking with Mr. Zayas, he's been residing in South Florida his whole life. He is 20 years old. He works in construction. It's not a stable employment. It's whenever they call him and they need him, he gets to work a couple hours, and when he does, they pay him about $10 an hour. Financially, has no money in the bank, no property. He lives in Coconut Creek in the trailer. He lives with his cousin. He's been residing at the same location for the past 2 months. We'd be asking you to set a reasonable bond on Mr. Zayas' behalf.
All right, Mr. Zayas, I'm going to set a $5,000 bond per count, and you're to have no contact with the alleged victims. Don't call, text, write, email, or try to find them on social media. Stay at least 500 feet away. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck. Yeah, that's what I wrote was just 5K, 5,000 per count.
Okay.
All right, Deshaun McCrimmon. All right, Mr. McCrimmon, you're charged with a violation of your felony probation. You're going to be held without bond at this time, and you'll see Judge Robinson on March 28th, 8:30 a.m. Good luck. Patrick Niesterzook.
Run up, sir.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, sir. You're charged with driving the suspended license as an habitual offender and a violation of your probation or community control. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 will be $750. There's no bond on count 2. You'll see Judge Bailey on March 27th at 8:30 a.m. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure. Maxie LeBron. Good morning, sir. You're charged with a violation of your parole. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. You're going to be held without bond at this time, and you'll have a hearing with the parole board, sir. Good luck. Hardy Pierre. Mr. Pierre, you're charged with a violation of your parole. You're going to be held without bond at this time. I'm going to find probable cause, and the parole board will conduct a hearing with you, sir. Good luck.
How old are you?
Rodrigo Levinsky? Or Rodrigue Levinsky?
Rodrigue Levinsky. Good morning.
All right, very good. Good morning, sir. I'll call your case up next. Thanks for coming.
You are too.
Mr. Levinsky, you're charged with driving the suspended license, a third or subsequent offense, and you're being held on 2 traffic warrants, operating without a valid license and driving the suspended license. I'll find probable cause. Bond on count 1 will be $750. Bond on counts 2 and 3 are $250 each. You have a court date set up on March 28th. 9 a.m. to address the traffic warrants. Good luck, sir. All right, we have the Spanish interpreter here.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Thanks for coming. Nice to see you.
My pleasure, Your Honor. Thank you.
And so we can recall Neil Puican.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, what page is this?
Oh, anyone know what page it was on? We have to go back a little bit. We've passed them.
I believe it was page 12.
12, okay.
Well, thank you.
All right, let me have the interpreter just raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to accurately translate from Spanish to English and English to Spanish to the best of your ability?
I will, Your Honor. Luis Angela Lopez, LOPZ, certified Spanish interpreter.
Very good. Thank you, Ms. Lopez.
You're welcome.
Mr. Puican, you're charged with operating without a valid driver's license,
Señor Puican, lo acusan de operar un vehículo sin una licencia válida,
disobeying a red light,
de desobedecer un semáforo en rojo
and a misdemeanor traffic warrant.
y tienen una orden de captura por un delito menos grave.
I'm going to find probable cause.
Encuentro un motivo fundado para detenerlo.
The bond on count 1 will be $25.
La fianza que le imponen para la primera acusación es de $25.
There's no monetary charge on count 2.
No le imponen fianza para la segunda acusación.
Bond on count 3 is $500.
Para la tercera acusación es $500 de fianza.
You have a court date set up with Judge Brown.
Tiene una fecha para venir a la corte ante la juez Brown.
March 30th.
El 30 de marzo.
10 a.m.
A las 10 de la mañana.
Good luck.
Buena suerte, señor.
I think we have one more.
Sure, Your Honor.
That'll be Jose Reyes Amaya. It should be on page 12.
Mr.
How much did you take home?
All right, sir, you're being held on a traffic warrant.
Señor, lo tienen detenido por una orden de captura por algo de tránsito.
The charge is operating without a valid driver's
La
license.
acusación es de operar un vehículo sin una licencia válida.
I'm going to take a look at your driving record now.
Voy a mirar su expediente de conducción.
I don't have one. Do you have a record on him?
Judge, the only thing we'd be asking you is if you could sign a phone order.
Okay. He doesn't want to resolve the case, potentially?
Not at this time, Judge.
All right.
El abogado defensor allá presente en la cárcel le pide al señor juez que por favor firme una orden para poder obtener el teléfono.
All right. So
Pregunta al señor juez si usted no quiere resolver su caso. El señor abogado dice que no.
I will sign the phone order, and it's a $250 bond, sir.
Firmo la orden para ese teléfono y la fianza que le impongo es de $250.
Good luck.
Buena suerte, señor.
Any other
Español.
There we go.
¿Alguien más español? ¿Tú? Ven, solamente hablas español, ¿no?
Entiendo inglés un poquito, ¿no?
There's one gentleman more.
Sure.
¿Qué es su nombre?
Luis González.
Luis Gonzalez? Luis Gonzalez, Judge.
All right.
Page 23, I've been informed.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with a grand theft.
Señor González, lo acusan de hurto cuantioso.
I'm going to find probable cause for the offense,
Encontraré motivo fundado para ese delito
and bond will be set at $1,000, sir.
y pongo una fianza de $1,000.
Good luck.
Buena suerte.
Thank you so much for
Oh,
coming.
you're
I
welcome.
really
My
appreciate it.
pleasure. Have a good day.
Have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
This guy doesn't even.
That was Gonzalez, Mr. Gonzalez?
Is there another one?
Are we sure that there's nobody else?
Oh, I'll find out.
Well, I didn't know if this guy needs one. I don't know.
No one else, right? I let the interpreter go, but Mr. Linder thinks
No
there
one
might
else
be
at Maine.
no one else. Okay.
I mean,
Robert Davila.
Mr. Davila, come on up.
Mr. Davila, you're charged with a violation of your felony probation. Excuse me, you're going to be held without bond at this time, and you'll see Judge Jeffrey Cohen on March 28th, 9:45 a.m. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too. Jeremy Watts. Mr. Watts, you're charged with possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and trespassing. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses. Bond on count 1 will be $1,000, and there's no monetary charge on counts 2 and 3, sir. Good luck.
What?
Demetrius.
Judge,
Yes.
Mr. Watts is inquiring if you were considered pretrial release on his behalf.
All right. Does he have any priors?
It looks like I'm checking to see what they are. Or were. Possession of PVP 2015, violated probation, 270 days county jail. 08, delivery of cocaine, possession of cocaine with intent to sell out of near a park. 07, delivery of marijuana for consideration.
All right. That $1,000 bond, sir. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
Demetrius Bynes.
Decline PD.
Mr. Bynes is approaching, Judge. He declined the service of public defender.
All right.
Mr. Bynes.
I think he's outside.
Bonded. Oh, he bonded?
Oh, he bonded?
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry, sir. He bonded.
I'll find probable cause. Noah Kulabaya.
morning.
Good morning, sir. You're being held on 3 felony warrants and a misdemeanor warrant. The misdemeanor is a violation of a municipal ordinance of the city of Hollywood. In that case, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. His name is Stephen Shate, and he'll be with you at the next hearing on that case. For that charge, the bond is $100. There's no bond on the felony warrants, and you will have a date to see Judge Bailey to address those charges. All right, good luck to you.
What is the date?
Adler Corville.
Mr. Corville?
Mr. Corville, you're charged with having an attached registration or license plate not assigned to you, fleeing or eluding law enforcement, and 2 counts of violating your felony probation, community control. I'm going to find probable cause. There's no monetary charge on count 1. Count 2 is a $2,500 bond, and you're going to be held without bond for the violation charges at this time. You'll see your division judge on March 27th, 8:45 a.m. on the violation charges. Good luck.
Thank you.
Sure. Edward Curtis.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Curtis. You're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and a violation of your felony probation. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 will be set at $100. There's no bond on count 2, and you'll see Judge Cohen March 28th at 9:45 a.m.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
like on drug paraphernalia, like,
Don't talk about the facts of the case.
okay, can we resolve that?
No,
Judge,
you're on probation right now.
Not today. You'll see what happens with Judge Cohen, okay?
Okay.
All right. Good luck. All right, Rocco Del Cioto.
Mr. Del Cioto is here. He declined to serve as public defender.
All righty. All right, good morning, sir. You're charged with a burglary of an occupied structure and petty theft. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses. Does he have any priors?
Well, it looks like he's wrapping up a 12-and-a-half-month prison sentence on burglary, conveyance, criminal use of personal identification information, possession of heroin and methamphetamine. His sentence expires on March 27th. He had a theft last year, Grand Theft Auto 2013 with a VOP, 17 and a half months state prison. 2013, resisting without violence. 2012, aggravated fleeing and eluding, resisting without violence with a VOP, 17 and a half months state prison. Possession of cocaine, 2010 with a VOP.
All right. Sir, I'm going to set a $25,000 bond in this case on count 1 and a $100 bond on count 2. You're to have no contact with the alleged victims. Don't call, text, write, email. Try to find them on social media. Stay at least 500 feet away. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you,
Yes,
sir.
Your Honor.
Good luck, good luck. Counsel, you just let me know when you're ready. Which case is it? I'll pull it out now.
Todd Zerhai, Judge. It's on page 24.
No problem. You just let me know when you're ready. Todd Zer. Got it. Okay, Matthew Chisholm.
Who? Chisholm?
All right, Mr. Chisholm, you're charged with petty theft in the second degree, a third or subsequent offense. I'll find probable cause, and bond will be set at $750, sir. Good luck. Charles Pierre.
Judge, he's over at the North Broward Jail. Judge, I can tell you. I'll just wait to hear if he has any priors.
All right, Mr. Pierre, you're charged with a grand theft, and I'll find probable cause for the offense. Any priors, Mr. Linder?
Yes, Judge. Priors include disorderly conduct, January this year, 3 trespasses in 2013, theft 2011, trespass 2011, trespass 09.
Petty theft from March of this year out of Miami.
There you go.
There's January of this year out of disorderly conduct.
Oh, we said that. Battery 08, Trespass, disorderly intoxication, resisting without violence, disorderly conduct, trespass, disorderly conduct.
All right, Mr. Afzal, anything? All right, so it's going to be $1,000 bond. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Adam Vitale. He bonded? All right, I'll find probable cause. Scott Fernandez.
Here at Main, Judge.
All righty, Mr. Fernandez, you're charged with possession of cocaine, trafficking in oxycodone between 25 and 100 grams, trafficking in morphine between 4 and 14 grams, trafficking in amphetamine between 14 and 26 grams, and trafficking in cocaine between 200 and 400 grams, possession with intent to sell cannabis. I'm going to find probable cause for these offenses. I'll keep the bonds in place as they are. 1,000 on count 1, 500,000 count 2, 75,000 count 3, 50,000 count 4, 40,000 count 5, and 1,000 on count 6. Good luck.
Judge?
Yeah. Yes.
In speaking, Mr. Fernandez, if the state can confirm, I believe this is his first arrest ever. He's a registered voter. He's been residing in South Florida for 30 years. He's a stay-at-home father. He lives in Pompano. He has 2 children, ages 17 and 12. He lives at his house with his 2 children and his wife. They've been married for about 19 years. His wife is employed. She works in teleperformance. She makes approximately $16 an hour. They have approximately $2,000 in the bank. Judge, we'd be asking you to consider lowering the bond on count 2 from $500,000 to $75,000.
Your Honor, first, he doesn't have any priors. That's really not that much of a mitigator in this situation, considering the minimum mandatory prison sentences he faces if convicted. Also noting that there's a post-Miranda statement where he admitted ownership.
Yeah.
Also, this residence with his family and children would appear to be a drug house, considering just the sheer amount of drugs and different varieties of drugs that were found inside the home.
Yeah. All right.
Judge, by him giving a post-Miranda statement, to me that indicates he was cooperative with law enforcement.
Right. All right. The bonds are going to remain in place, sir. Good luck to you. Oh, sorry. Wayne Walker.
Mr. Walker, come on up, please.
Mr. Walker, you're charged with possession of cannabis, resisting an officer without violence, and probation or community control violation. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 will be $100. There's no monetary charge on count 2. No bond count 3. And you'll see your division judge for the violation hearing on March 27th, 8:30 a.m. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Your bond is 1,525. Can you afford it?
All right, Bart Jono.
I've been informed medical reset, Judge.
All right, I'm going to pass that through the division. It said no bond violation hold. Amara Camara.
Mr. Camara, come on up.
All right, good morning, sir. You're charged with operating without a valid driver's license, possession of a forged driver's license, grand theft auto, and possession of cannabis. I'm going to find probable cause for the offenses, and I'll keep the bonds in place. $25 count 1, $1,000 on counts 2 and 3, and $100 on count 4, sir. Good luck. Counsel, you ready for me?
Yes,
Oh, okay, great. All right, let me call Todd Zerhide.
Steve Reisman on his behalf.
Very good. Thank you for coming, sir.
Judge, I understand the, you're going to speak with me.
What's your name, sir?
Sir Hyde.
Sir Hyde?
Todd, T-O-D-T.
Mr. Zerhide, your attorney is here on your behalf.
What's your turn?
You are charged with possession of morphine, possession of oxycodone, and a probation or community control violation. Counsel, do you want to be heard?
Yes, Judge. I was going to ask that you consider setting some sort of release, pretrial release, even supervised by pretrial services on the probation violation. He's a lifelong resident of Fort Lauderdale, lived here his entire life. He owns property here, the permanent address described on the booking report. He also has full-time employment with his family's company. As far as the facts of the case are concerned, I understand it was some sort of search warrant where he was found in possession of one pill. He is under the care of a doctor, and I'm in the process of trying to obtain information pertaining to some of the prescriptions he holds, which I think can clear up some of the charges in the new arrest for the new offense. And the other pills, I don't know about the propriety of that search. I'm going to have to look into it as well, because apparently he's arrested and then they go out and search a vehicle and find these other pills, and it even describes with his name on it. I don't know what else it has on it. But like I said, I know he has prescriptions for some medications because he is under the care of a doctor. He is being supervised. He had been completely compliant with his supervision. So I was going to ask, and his probation officer is aware that he is on these medications. So I was going to ask the court to consider some sort of pretrial release on the probation violation until he could see his division judge.
Okay. I really, since I'm not supervising the probation, I'll have to go to division. Who's the judge that's assigned to it? Do you know? Either of you know?
Usan, I believe.
Judge Usan. Yeah, it's going to have to go before Judge Usan. And your attorney will set up a date for you, sir, I'm sure. I mean, the clerk's office will, but I have a feeling your attorney will advocate strongly and try to get you a violation date as soon as possible. I will find probable cause for the offenses. It's a $1,000 bond per count. No bond at this time for the probation violation until you see Judge Usan. All right, good luck. Thank you for coming in, counsel. I appreciate it. All right, John Cianci. All right, good morning, sir. You're charged with giving false identification to law enforcement, violation of a municipal ordinance, that's a possession of an open container, and a violation of your probation or community control. I'm going to find probable cause. Count 1 will be a $100 bond. There's no charge on count 2, no monetary charge. There's no bond on count 3. Now, what does anyone know what jurisdiction this came out of, the municipal ordinance?
One moment, Judge. The
address is Dania Beach, so that might be.
Yeah, it's this, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. I'm sorry, Judge. See, this is weird. It says, for incident location, it says Fort Lauderdale, but considering this is, yeah.
It does say Fort Lauderdale, that's true. 1901 South SR7.
The problem is that since it's not an FLPD case, it's I don't know if
Mr. McLawrence handles that.
I don't know if the city prosecutors could handle it on I don't know.
I don't think that they will. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you on that charge on count 2. That's the open container. His name is Stephen Shate, and he will be with you at that hearing. Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. You take care of yourself. Pedro Gutierrez Lara.
I've been informed he bonded. Pedro Gutierrez.
All right, I'll find probable cause. Reynaldo Cruz.
That's what we thought might be.
He's approaching. How you doing, Your Honor?
Oh, I'm doing well, sir. You're charged with petty theft in the 2nd degree, possession of PVP, driving with a suspended license as an habitual offender, driving with a suspended license a third or subsequent offense, and failure to wear a seatbelt. I'm going to find probable cause. Bond on count 1 will be $25. Bond on count 2, $1,000, and bond on counts 3 and 4, $750 each. No monetary charge on count 5. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Charles Dudek.
North Broward.
All right, so this is, you're charged with a burglary with assault or battery, sir. Let me hear from Mr. Linder.
Well, Your Honor, here's the situation. Before I can get to whether the state's seeking no bond or bond, the first thing I would need to know is if there's someplace else other than this assisted living facility that Mr. Dudek could reside.
Judge, he has to look for other, he has to get in touch with a case manager, and they have to find him another place. I can tell you that he is on disability. He receives a little over $700 in disability. Place where he was residing, that's where he got, that's where the Social Security checks will go to pay his rent. I also submitted a photograph order if you could tell by the booking sheet, he was pretty badly beaten too. So, but I don't know if they're moving to foreclosed bond or are they agreeing to a bond in this case today. I mean,
Judge, and I've been working on this whole morning. I can't agree to a bond until I know someplace else he can stay, and I'd like to make a record of why I can't, Your Honor. First off, I spoke with Officer Keating, who wrote the probable cause affidavit. She is familiar with Mr. Dudek. She confirmed what's written in the report, that he was making threats to kill in front of the police. Your Honor, I can tell you, I got phone numbers for the alleged victim and the owner of the ALF. I haven't been able to reach either of them. What she informed me from what the owner of the ALF advisor is that the issues that go on there, it begins with Mr. Dudek. The issues, Your Honor, in 2012, he was convicted and pled out to a charge of, and this was through mental health court, felony battery on a victim over the age of 65, criminal mischief, resisting without violence. This was at a different ALF, where he was accused, and this is going to sound very similar to what's in front of the court. He struck a victim, the victim who at the time was 76, scratched the victim down both sides of his arms, causing deep lacerations, punched the victim in the face, and choked the victim. Same exact allegations that are in this report, same level of violence, Your Honor. When he was put in the police car, he kicked out the police window and was punching and spitting at deputies. He was, like I mentioned, he was sentenced to 14-month state prison out of mental health court on that case. 2014, he had a disorderly conduct. Another problem, 2009, he was convicted of violating a domestic violence injunction. So, as I would imagine, the court's going to issue no contact today. He has a history of not listening to a court when he's not supposed to have contact. 2001, resisting with violence, disorderly conduct, just under 40-month state prison. 2002, burglary of a structure or dwelling causing over $1,000 damage, felony criminal mischief, DUI with a breath alcohol above a .2, sentenced again to just over 39 and a half months state prison. Your Honor, the state's position is I believe there's probable cause. I believe if the court were to make a determination, I believe based on the allegations, the report that is written up by Officer Keating, that the court can, if we're inclined, make a finding of proof evident or presumption great. The allegations satisfy the elements of a burglary, and that even though they reside in the same home, Mr. Sola is allowed to prevent anyone from entering his personal room, which he tried to do. Your Honor, like I said, if Mr. Offsall can find, or if someplace else can be found with a GPS monitor, then I could perhaps agree to a bond. But right now, without knowing where he's going to go, I have too great a concern, not only for the safety of this alleged victim, but anyone else that might come into contact with Mr. Dudek.
Judge, I would just ask the court to take judicial. You could see the booking photo. He was pretty badly beaten. I let you talk, so I just want to have an opportunity to respond. Judge, as like I stated before, in many other cases where crimes punishable by life, either they file a motion for pretrial detention pursuant to 3.132, or that the court makes a finding of proof evident presumption great. Now, they want you to find proof evident presumption great based on a 2-page probable cause affidavit. He's residing at this ALF. You have specific information to make a finding as to probable cause, which I'm not objecting to, but there's not enough for this court to find proof evident presumption great, a standard that is higher than beyond a reasonable doubt. Because at this time he needs an opportunity to, because this incident happened yesterday. He gets 733 in Social Security disability. This incident happened yesterday. He needs to contact his case manager to find out a place. We know that there was an issue, competency was raised on his previous case where he was staying at a different ALF. We need an opportunity to find a place for him to live. But these facts don't support a finding of a standard, a burden, which they have to satisfy that is higher than beyond a reasonable doubt. I would ask the court to set a reasonable bond in the case. He doesn't have, all his money goes to this ALF, so he doesn't have much money in the bank. I would ask the court to appoint the public defender's office to represent him and set a reasonable bond in the case.
And Your Honor, I just need to make a brief record because I'm reviewing his previous case before Judge Porth. Nothing in Odyssey indicates that there was ever any issues with regards to competency, one. Clearly, he couldn't have been deemed incompetent at the time he was sentenced to prison. Two, there's nothing in any case law that I'm aware of, certainly not in bracket, that says a probable cause affidavit has to be of a certain length in order for a court to make any determination. It's the content of the probable cause affidavit, not the length. Secondly, and lastly, injuries that Mr. Dudek suffered, not inconsistent with what is clearly alleged, that these were acts of self-defense, and more specifically, acts of self-defense after Mr. Dudek attacked the victim over what he believed was 75 cents that was taken.
Judge, just going back to that, we're talking about an ALF where two of them reside. This is whatever they have, whatever statement they have, the officer found this other person to be more credible. But there are no other witnesses to this incident. It could be very well that they got an argument, they were arguing in the victim's room, and there was a fight that broke out there. There's not enough for the court. There's not, when the state cites bracket v. state, it's the content and the substance of the affidavit which carries the day. I'm not saying that the court cannot rely on it, but I'm just saying what's here is not sufficient for a proof, evidence, presumption, grave finding, and I would ask the court to set a reasonable bond.
And, Your Honor, can I just have one moment, please?
Sure.
It says that the door was the door broke. Okay. Could you? All right, thanks. All right. Yep, thanks. Your Honor, can we please set this for 1:30? I just spoke with Officer Keating. There's some additional information she can verify. It's mentioned that physical damage that was done. She can verify this. This could also give Mr. Offsaw, from my count, about 3 hours if he wants to look into possibly maybe there's another ALF that, I don't know, he could talk to people in his office. Maybe something can get worked out where there's another ALF he could go to.
I mean, putting the onus on him and within 3 hours, work out his insurance information, get a program to say, we'll take him right then and there, is not reasonable, and putting the onus on him to find a place that fast. If you don't find a place to go, then we're going to foreclose a bond. That's what they're saying.
I wasn't putting the onus on him. But if you don't want to, that's up to you.
And it's no, because you're giving me 3 hours to find a person that's at an ALF who gets $733 a month in disability, to find a place for him to go within 3 hours. And if I can't find within 3 hours, you're asking movement to foreclose his bond. That's what the state is asking me to do. I'll look into a place for him to go, but giving me 3 hours to find this man a place who gets $733 to find a program that will accept his insurance. I have to be specific as to why. I'll do that. I will look for a place. But it just seems to me that if he doesn't find a place to go, we're moving to foreclose his bond, which I find highly unreasonable.
I want to be, if I could, because I want to be very clear. It's the state's prerogative whether to seek no bond or not. I think I'm being very reasonable in saying I'm willing to agree to a bond if certain safeguards can be in place. It's not my responsibility to find those safeguards for the defendant. That's, I would imagine, defense counsel's. So
it's their burden to proof, evidence, presumption. Great. At a first appearance, if they're moving to foreclose bond.
So are you, Mr. Linder, asking for a reset to 1:30 for a witness to be here?
For a witness to be here, and I figured with that extra time, if the defense so chooses, Mr. Officer can do whatever he wants. If he wants to try, then maybe we could work something out. I don't know how I could be more reasonable.
Mr. Officer, do you want this to be reset for tomorrow?
the problem is in a lot of these facilities, some facilities, because the nature of the charges, that it's going to be difficult to find a place. I gotta find out specific insurance information. That takes time. I'll do the best I can. I mean, I'm okay if the court would reset it 24 hours, and I'll just I'll see if I can find a place for him to go.
Okay. And I just want to advise the court also, I've asked, and from my understanding, he has no family here. His family's in New York, so that's the other issue.
All right, I'll reset this for 24 hours at defense request. This will be heard Friday morning.
Okay. Your Honor, is there any way it could be afternoon? Officer Keating works afternoons and from the noon shift, so that way it'd still be part of her shift if we do it at 1.
If Mr. Oswald will stipulate, they want to hear it in the afternoon rather than the morning.
1 o'clock, okay, it gives you more time. It's the officer works the afternoon shift.
All right, so then Friday PM, 1 o'clock. All right, thank you very much. All right, James Williams.
North Broward Judge Davis.
All right.
He's another one that's caught up in transit. He hadn't got here yet.
No problem. I'll reset it to 1:30. No problem at all.
Okay, thank you.
Hold on.
Tyler.
Your Honor, can we go back? Deputy, Your Honor, here's what I'm asking we can do, because I just talked to Officer Keating.
Okay.
She can't be here tomorrow. She's got a wedding to go to. She's off.
Okay.
Can we have it this afternoon just for her to testify?
Okay.
And then reset it again for the afternoon if Mr. Ofsall wants to still find any information he can.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if he heard that, though. He's on the phone.
Well, that's why I want
I'll bring it back.
Okay.
Thank
all right,
you.
thanks.
We'll bring it back 1:30.
1:30, all right. So.
Thank you.
Okay.
No. Williams is for this afternoon, and also Dudek is going to be for this afternoon, too. And possibly Friday, but definitely for this afternoon.
All right, we're back at 1:30.
All right, Tyler Mazard.
I'll get you coffee.
He's here at Main, Judge. He's wanting to know if his bond has been posted.
We're checking right now. You're charged with carrying concealed firearms, sir. I'm going to find probable cause for that offense. Doesn't look like it's been posted yet, sir. Okay, so the bondsman did receive the money from your girlfriend, so the bond should be posted today. All right? But it's not. It just hasn't come through the system yet. All right, it's a $1,000 bond. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Richard Hardwick.
North Broward medical reset, please.
All righty.
Smalls.
Friday. AM. Lee Smalls.
North Broward.
He's over at North Broward, Judge. This is a change of charge. I think it was a burglary of a dwelling, which has been downfiled to a burglary structure. He informed me that his bond was $100,000. I would ask the court to reduce that, possibly $25,000. He was detailing bands prior to his arrest. Does have a house he stays in Miami. How much? But I was mistaken, Judge. The $100,000 bond was no info. That charge was no info.
Oh, okay.
So,
Anyone know what the bond was on the burglary?
I had $2,500.
$2,500. Okay. All right. So, sir, I'm going to find probable cause for the burglary of an unoccupied structure to be a $2,500 bond, sir. Good luck to you. And
I got one question, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay, what about the other bonds? Can you lower those so I can be able to try to get out?
That was no info.
The only other bond is a grand theft first degree, that's $5,000, and a resisting without violence, that's $100. And yeah, that's it. But that also has Elmo on it. So wait, Patrice, is there GPS on all the charges? Well, I'm just the system I'm looking at just has it on one of the charges, but that is the most reliable. Okay.
Oh, the other charge has been dropped?
The one that had the $100,000 bond is dropped.
Okay.
All right. All right. Good luck.
Okay.
All righty. Good luck. Oh, okay, thank you. And then finally, I can't read. Daryl Alexander.
Oh, Broward Yard.
That's a big difference.
Judge.
That's a big difference.
Judge, I was gonna ask, I mean, the 25, I would ask court.
Deputy, can you bring back Mr. Smalls after I'm done with
Smalls.
Mr. Alexander, please? Yeah, don't let him go yet. And Mr. Alexander,
Okay.
you're being held on a felony warrant. You're going to be held without bond at this time. You're going to see Judge Merrigan March 27th, 1:30 p.m. All right? Good luck. All right, Mr. Smalls, they made a little error when they told me what your previous bond was. It was $25,000, not $2,500. So let me take a look at the case.
And the court found PC for burglary structure. Okay, now I remember.
Oh, I remember too, yeah.
This is a case where people from
Yeah.
the
Right, and the detective came in and testified. All right, it's going to be a $25,000 bond, sir. No contact with construction sites, no contact with any of the victims. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. All right, thank you, everybody. I will see you at 1:30.